Next, I'd like you to try using this way I just showed you to graph y equals cosine x, doing what I just showed you, and name the 5 points. And then I also want you to do cosine of 1/2 x. But keep in mind, remember it's 2 pi divided by b. Well, what's b here? It's 1/2. So it's 2 pi divided by 1/2. What is that? Okay, so go ahead and try that, and you can stop your video right now. Okay, let's find the amplitude and the period here. Amplitude is 1. Period is, oh, shocker, 2 pi. All right, and now we're going to draw our little graph here. So we've got 2 pi out here, cut that in half, cut that in half again, find the halfway point here. Here's about 1, here's about -1. All right, remember that cosine, we start high, we coast down. Okay, so I'm going to start here, and then it goes down and down and up and up. This is just one cycle, right? Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, and then my 5 points, we have 0, 1, pi over 2, 0, pi -1, 3 pi over 2, 0, and 2 pi 1. Okay, going on to the next one. All right, our amplitude is 1 again. But our period is 2 pi divided by 1/2. Okay, we're dividing by a fraction, so we need to change flip. So we keep the top, change it to multiplication, and flip the other. So the period is 4 pi. Okay, so what's that going to do to our graph? Well, 4 pi is twice as long as 2 pi. It's going to stretch it out, right? But this is a 1/2. A 1/2 isn't a stretch. Well, the horizontal stretch flips it, remember? So it's actually a stretch of 2, a stretch by 2, horizontal stretch by 2. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 pi way out here. Here's 2 pi. I cut that in half. I'm going to cut it in half again, cut it in half again. Here's 1-ish, okay, -1, and it starts up here so I can coast down. Okay, then my points are 0, 1, pi 0, 2 pi -1, 3 pi 0, 4 pi 1. Okay, one more, and then I'm going to take us to Desmos again to look at all these, because it's hard to tell when we're graphing them ourselves. It's hard to tell what they look like compared to each other. Okay, this last one, I should have you try it. Let's have you try it. Go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, amplitude is 1/2, and the period, well, this is interesting, is 2 pi divided by b. Well, b is 2 pi. So the period is just 1. So when I draw this out, If this is 1, this is well, let me cut it in half. 1/2, half of that is 1/4. So now I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. So this is 3/4. Here's -1/2. This one I tried to make to scale. Okay, and it's cosine, so again I'm going to start up here, come down, down, up, up. And that's just going to 1. Remember, pi is going to be way out here. 2 pi is going to be way over here. So this one is much more tight. Okay? Then my 5 points, 0, 1/2, 1/4, 0, 1/2, -1/2, 3/4, 0, and 1/1/2. Okay, let's look at this on Desmos for a second. All these that we just did, I want to show them to you on here. So here's the regular sine of x and cosine of x. Here's that 4 sine x that I was telling you about. So you can just see it's, the sine is the red one. So actually, let's take out cosine. So it's just sine that's been vertically stretched, right? Okay, now let's look at cosine. We're going to take out, so here's regular cosine and cosine 1/2 x. So this one was stretched this way. So for every 2 periods of that one, there's only 1 of these, which makes sense, it's 1/2. Okay, and then this last one, I think is really cool, where the period is 1, looks like this. Because here's 1, 2, 3, so here's pi, but 1 is much smaller than that. So you can see that last one we did is, like I said, is kind of scrunched in there. Just for fun, I wanted to also show you what tangent looks like. So tangent looks like this. Now, I don't know if you recall that sometimes when we're finding the tangent of something, it's undefined. Well, there is an asymptote between each one of these curves, and that's where it would be 0. Now, the cotangent is just the other way. Okay, so there's those two together. Sine, here's sine, and we know that cosecant goes with that. This one's pretty cool. I actually really like this one. Okay, and then here's cosine. You can probably guess what secant is going to look like. It hits those. And now if we put all 6 of them on together, it looks like this, which I think actually would be a pretty cool looking design on a shirt. Maybe I should do that like on Etsy or something. I don't know what I'd call it. The trig shirt. Okay, let's go. Actually, you know what? Our time's up for this video. We will do one more thing and be done with the lesson, and we'll finish it up in the next video.